So today we're going to talk about how to avoid mindless eating when you're at home. Now this is something that we all suffer from. We can all admit that we all have our moments where we're sitting there eating just for the sake of eating, really. Now I want to share with you kind of 6 little tips or little hacks that I generally recommend for my clients and stuff that I always practice myself. And believe me, I suffer from it myself. I've done it many, many times, and I think we all have. But look, number one is keep the junk food, keep the calorie dense snacks out of sight. Keep them in part of your kitchen or part of your cupboard where it's up and out of the way, where you're not going to see it every time you open the fridge, every time you open the cupboard. Will really help you prevent from just mindlessly snacking. If it's convenient, I can guarantee you'll have it. Number 2 is the biggest one. Now, I'm not talking about emotional eating. This is more about keeping yourself busy. One of the biggest things that I find, not only in myself, but in my clients, is we just eat out of boredom. We're sitting there, we're doing nothing, or we could be studying, we could be reading, we could be just watching TV, and you find yourself snacking. The biggest thing is keep yourself busy. Change your environment. Get up and out of the kitchen. Go outside, go for a walk. Change your environment. Change where you are, and you'll find that that sort of temptation to snack won't be there. Another one is be prepared. I find that if I'm not prepared, there's nothing in the fridge like a meal, I'm going to be snacking. I'm going to be mindlessly eating. So I make sure that I'm always got something in the fridge on hand, ready to go. Generally, it's carrots, it's celery, it's cucumber, it's all the very low calorie vegetable salad snacky items. These are things that are going to keep you fuller because they're higher in fiber, but there's so little in the calories that they're not going to actually affect your results. The next one is use a smaller plate or a smaller bowl. Use smaller utensils, so therefore you can actually put a little bit more on your plate or visually look like you're having more when you're not actually at all. If you're using a smaller bowl, using a small plate means you can actually, when you sit down and eat that meal, you're going to feel like you're actually eating more when you may not necessarily be eating more at all. Generally what you want to do is try and go for the foods that are lesser in the calories, so you have a little bit more of that food. For example, I always make a nice big salad because I know that those items in there are very, very little in the calories, and I'm going to get a lot more food for that same amount of calories. Another one we can look at is, look, this is easier said than done, but look, if you can't stop at one of anything, don't buy it in the first place. If you find that you buy a bag of M&Ms and you're going to go through that whole bag, don't buy them in the first place. Go and buy the snack size packet of Snickers and Mars bars and all those, and have those in the cupboard, because they're portion controlled, aren't they? So you're going to be able to have one of those and be fine. But look, if you can't stop at one, don't buy it in the first place. If it's not in the house, I can guarantee you're not going to eat it. For example, it's going to be more painful to go out to the shops to go and buy them than it is to just go, oh, do you know what, not in the house, I'll have something else. And another one is, this is more of a self-awareness, know your triggers. Know what's going to set you off. For example, if you're sitting there and you're eating, you go, why am I eating? What's caused me to choose those foods to eat in the first place? So know your triggers, know what sets you off. That's going to improve your self-awareness and build habits around that trigger. So if you find a bad habit of eating out of boredom, or you're stressed, and look, emotional eating is a different topic in itself, but identify your triggers and build habits around those triggers that are going to help you succeed in the long term. If you like this video, guys, please give it a like, please give it a share, tag someone in this who you think will definitely benefit from it. But please, if you like it, share it with someone, and it will definitely encourage me to make more. Thanks, guys.